wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up.
Good morning, Barbados, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, 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 morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, morning, Barbados, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, morning, Barbados, good morning.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Morning to you.
Good morning to you indeed and welcome to today. Today is Thursday. Would you believe it is already Q Day? Thursday today, the 25th of September 2025. I am Pearson Bowen and it is wonderful seeing you. I hope you're well today. Thank you so much for waking up to keep us company as well. And I'm hoping that as you wake up today, you set your feet planted firmly on the ground, you get up and you get going. There's a lot to do, there's a lot to achieve, there's a lot to experience. I want to encourage you to not waste your time. Use your time wisely. Help someone today. And if you do so, you'll find that life becomes so much more meaningful, so much more pleasurable. So take time to think of someone and what you can do for someone today and give thanks. Give thanks. Like me saying to all of you watching us on our streams on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, cbc.bb, thank you. Thank you very much for waking up to do so. Thank you also for sharing the show. So I'm living by example today for you. I'd like you, as you go around today, to take time to say thank you to someone about something. It doesn't have to be a magnificent big thing. It can be as simple as them saying good morning. You say thank you. Good morning to you as well. So let's be thankful today, everybody. So thank you for watching us on our streams. Remember, if you know of something or someone whose story we have to tell us about it. And I thank you for doing so. Our email address is on your screen. That is morninbarbados@cbc.bb. It is the way to communicate with the show through email. And that email address is there. We will respond to you. morninbarbados@cbc.bb. So to all of you, thank you for waking up. Thank you for telling others about the show. Thank you for talking to us. Talk among yourselves. Talk back to us as well. We love it indeed. And welcome to the family, everybody. Anthony Smith, good morning. He's saying good morning from the 718 to the 246. Reverse that and back at you, Anthony Smith. Have yourself a terrific day. He wishes all of you a lovely, truly lovely Thursday. Pat Ben, good morning to you as well. She's watching from the US. And to you, Pat Ben, you are ever faithful. You're always there and we love it. We salute you, Pat. Have a lovely day. Kieran, Olivia, you're also constant. We wish you a safe and terrific Thursday as well. Thank you for reaching out and saying hi. Good morning from Ghana. Ghana, good morning. Have yourself a lovely day. It's morning my time. I'm not sure what time it is for you. It doesn't matter. It's people across the waters connecting one with the other. And so to you in Ghana, thank you so much for watching. Share the show with Ghanaians and with the Barbadian population in Ghana as well. We thank you for waking up to keep us company as well. Good morning to you from Florida. Miss Graham, Christina Graham, good morning to Christina. Have a great day as well. Thank you for keeping us company too. And as you do so, folks, keep sharing the show. Vereen Walker, good morning. I do so simply because you are a part of the family and we want to acknowledge you as a part of the family. I hope when you wake up in your house and you look around and see but it's brother, sister, mommy, daddy, whoever, you also say morning to them. Don't just walk through the house, as we say, with your mouth pinned down. Speak. Say good morning. Like you, Roosevelt Bacco, good morning. Have yourself a blessed day as well. Roosevelt Bacco is watching from the United States. So have a beautiful day. Charmaine, lovely morning to you as well. Thank you so much for messaging. Have a great morning and for getting up. Good morning to you from the USA. Veronica Richards. Boy, a lot of you in diaspora. I love it. I love it. Spread it. Make it almost viral, as the young people would say. Just spread the show. Now this morning, we'll get to meet father and sons. And what a lovely relationship, simply because he lives what he preaches. And so we want to share with you that beautiful little love story. I can hear the boy say, geez, I don't say so. Yes, that beautiful relationship between father and sons. I think it is one to be watched, to be emulated, to be copied, to just be celebrated indeed. So we can't wait to show you that beautiful, heartwarming story in just a moment. Also today, we meet Barbados Junior Minister of Tourism. You want to know who she is? I'm telling you, she is an outstanding young lady. We want to talk to her a little bit about her journey thus far and also as she prepares to participate in the Regional Youth Congress that is going to be a part of the state of the tourism in the industry in the Caribbean. We can't wait to talk to her a little bit about that as she prepares to represent Barbados in that regional competition. We'll also look today at the development of the game of chess. Who does not remember playing chess at secondary school in particular? It became a favorite pastime of many of us as we head into the upper part of school. And so this morning there is an organization in Barbados, the Barbados Chess Federation, that is exposing the game to many, but they've brought in some masters, so we get to learn from the masters in just a little while. Her work has been celebrated. She's now an unsung hero, but she's doing much more. She's taking what she does and looking at other ways in which she can rescue those in need. Carla Daniel will join us this morning as she continues her journey in activism and as an unsung hero, continuing to chart in a beautiful way a wonderful example of how we as individuals can give back to our community. On Saturday, St. James will be hosting a trade fair and business expo. We'll get details about that today, so you'll know where to go and what you'll be expected to engage with. Tomorrow is, believe it or not, sneaker day. Do you have your sneakers ready? And why should you wear sneakers? Today we will tell you. Today we will also tell you what it means to be wearing your sneakers tomorrow. And today we'll tell you how you can also share with everyone tomorrow your wearing of your sneakers. We'll talk to the folks about that in just a little while. But I want to get started this morning as it is World Maritime Day by going out to the sea. And so joining me right now is Chief Petty Officer Romario Brooms. He's the Divisional Chief in the administration block, of course, of the Barbados Coast Guard. Good morning to you, Chief Petty Officer.
Hey, good morning, Pearson. Good morning, Barbados.
Is that the way we should refer to you?
Yes,
Chief Petty
please.
Officer?
Yes, please.
Okay, good. Today is World Maritime Day. Today is a significant day for people like you in the Coast Guard because the lights turn on you. You live and work in that space. What is it about, first of all, that led you to want to be a part of the Marine Corps?
So from young days, from my child boyhood days, I was a part of the Sea Cadets and also the Barbados Boy Scouts. And it was always something that captured me, the parades, the discipline and stuff associated with the Barbados Defense Force. And from the early age of 17, I joined the Barbados Coast Guard, so that drew me from that young age.
You know, we all grew up hearing our parents say, the sea has no back door, don't go in there. Don't go beyond your knees in there. But you didn't have that fear.
No, I grew in the area of St. Lucie, and from a boy, from very young, we always were in the sea on weekends, almost every evening after school.
Which
so it was,
beach?
Fair as well.
Oh, you're a little further away from me. I'm a River Bay. Okay, that's where I'm from.
Yes, please.
And so there it is. You saw the sea as something fun, and you were not fearful of it. So why do we feel so fearful of the sea and you don't?
So, well, from growing up in the sea every day, going to the beach every day, enjoying the sea, it became a part of my life. So my mom embraced it, my dad embraced it, my family embraced it. So from the Fisher Fort in St. Lucie, from meeting all the other guys across the country, they helped to build that, that strength, that resilience for me to be a part of the maritime industry and maritime community. So I guess I just carried it on throughout my time and my career.
From where you sit in your career, what is it that we as people don't respect about our marine space?
So for me, the respect about the marine space, the cleanliness. So we have the reefs, we have the fish, and we understand that tourism is a big aspect, a big economy, a big market for Barbados. And if we must do our best to preserve that space, because obviously it is being one of the biggest markets, it can do a lot for Barbados. So the cleanliness alone can be something that we could start by paying more attention to and ensuring that we keep the space clean and upgrading the space for the tourists as well.
So in other words, when we get out onto the water, don't see it to be just another space away from land so nobody will see it. Nobody gets hurt because it's water. It will eventually dissolve and wash away. Respect the sea in the same way we respect the land.
Yes, please respect.
And so help me understand then what the Coast Guard does. Once you push out from shore, what are you going out there to do?
So the Barbados Coast Guard, we do maritime law enforcement, and we also conduct search and rescue operations. So for us, the maritime law enforcement, combating the drug trafficking, the illegal shipping of ammunition, equipment, and also the trafficking in humans as well. And we do that by, conducting patrols, regular patrols, to stop that, to deter the criminal element. And also in the search and rescue sphere, we do regular search and rescues. And you can understand and appreciate that in the hurricane season, we deploy to, our neighboring territories, neighboring countries, and provide humanitarian assistance and stuff to ensure that they remain safe as well. So that is some things that the Barbados Coast Guard does.
You use the word many just now, referring to some of the work you do. We only know what is reported. You say many. And so give me an example, if you can, if you're allowed to do so, of what happens really out there that would cause you guys have to come out to protect our shorelines?
So something as simple as the sea bathers that go to the beach every day. We have to ensure that the speedboat operators or small boat operators do their part in observing the regulations so that people can bathe safely in, let me say, Brandon's or even Browns Beach. Also, the tourists that come in on cruise liners and want to get on a jet ski to travel safely, we have to ensure that they are operating within the regulations, wearing the life jackets, that the jet skis are outfitted with the different apparatus to make it safe. The fishermen that proceed to sea, we conduct inspections regularly to ensure that they can proceed safely, stay at sea, and then return from sea. And obviously provide the fish for the different communities, the markets, the vendors in oil stains, the food and rum festival and stuff like that.
You guys do all of that?
Yes,
we see from time to time as well, you accompany the larger shipping vessels, the cruise liners, as they push out.
Yes, please.
And that's what you do. And how far out is Barbados Coast Guard responsible for?
So Barbados Coast Guard is responsible for a vast sea space. The exclusive economic zone extends at 200 nautical miles in all directions. It may be shared on the western side because of the countries that lie there, but we have up to 200 nautical miles all around. That is our sea space.
But you have to deal with different kinds of wave movements because the east is different from the west. And so you have to be able to manage all of that. What are the tools and techniques that you guys have so that you can keep a good eye, a good surveillance all around in this same shared marine space as well that keeps us safe?
So some tools that we have radar equipment on land and both at sea on the vessels. We have very capable navigation officers, seamen on board that can track the weather systems, that can track the sea state. We understand how the sea states, as you said, might differ from very smooth or calm to extremely rough. And, sometimes we even have to sail through those same storms, those same hurricanes from time to time to render assistance. Well, obviously, others are home safe or what's not. But the Coast Guard, we appreciate and we understand that it is our commitment, it is our duty to provide these services for the people of Barbados, and we embrace it wholeheartedly.
You're a special breed of people, I'm telling you, to do that. The East Coast is really, really rough. Do you use the technology to watch what happens on the East Coast, or do you go out there physically as well and patrol the East Coast?
So it can be a bit of both. Obviously, the technology might make it a little more easy to observe the space, but from time to time you will need to be there physically. The physicality will allow deterrent from the criminal element. It will allow the fisher folk to be safe, to see that the Coast Guard is out here to protect us, let me say, from piracy or to start illegal fishing and what's not. So it's a bit of both, right. And you just need to understand which one is more suitable for the time or for the occasion.
In other words, you have to be seen out to sea.
Yes,
so
please.
that can also be a part of the deterrent for anybody who wants to breach the security borders.
Yes, please, we must be there.
Sea life, sea creatures. Have you ever met an interesting sea creature while patrolling out to sea? You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, we from time to time we do encounter various sea creatures. There was one occasion where we were, traveling to avoid a storm, and I guess some fish were migrating, and we saw looking like a sperm whale traveling in the region. So that was a sight to behold.
And to shudder and get away from.
Get away from as well, yes, please.
So, and you're trained to be able to do so. When you see these things, how to handle situations like these, don't charge him, because he's a bigger vessel than you.
He is.
And therefore, it's to be able now to navigate accordingly so you're protected and you're safe.
Yes, please. And it's our duty to protect the marine life as well, to ensure, that the fish are safe. There's no poaching, no overfishing, no illegal fishing, especially in territories that don't belong to you as well. So that is one of our mandates as well in the sea space.
There's a lot more to learn from this gentleman here this morning on World Maritime Day. The Barbados Coast Guard is with us. We'll take a break. We'll come back and share some more with you in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
17 after the hour. Today is World Maritime Day. We're sitting with Chief Petty Officer Romario Brooms, the Divisional Chief with in the Administration Division of the Barbados Coast Guard. And we're looking at life at sea, the work that the Barbados Coast Guard does, how they keep us safe from those who will want to breach our coastlines. And so we've been talking a little bit as we've been before we went to break about some of those interesting moments out to water when that big whale popped up and he couldn't run and go anywhere, right?
Yes,
and
please.
so you had to face it, and that's part of the work of the Barbados Coast Guard, where you recognize what you bought into. This is what you bought into, and so the opportunities for young people now to be a part. Where's the entry point, and up to how far can one go?
So the Barbados Coast Guard and the Barbados Defence Force has a mandate to the youth. So we do a lot of training. The Sea Cadets right now is the child arm. Well, we are the mother department to the Barbados Sea Cadets. Mm-hmm. We also render assistance to the Barbados Youth Advanced Corps, the Barbados Boy Scouts. We engage even the Government Industrial School. So we do interface and engage with the youth across the country. So you could come in from the 28 secondary school, you could come into the Sea Cadets, you could be a part of the Barbados Coast Guard. They march on parade with us as well. They do a lot of training with us, and we actually participate in that training with them as well. You can enter the Barbados Defence Force from the age of 17 years, 9 months, mm-hmm. and then the sky's the limit once you enter.
Great. So there are lots of opportunities in there. You can become not just the man who pilots the boat, but you could actually operate equipment and other. So there's training in so many different technologies.
Yes, please. There are various professions that you can go about. You could be a medic, you could be in the medical field. I'm a physical trainer, personal trainer, mm-hmm. So you could be in that. If you're into fitness, you could be a part of the navigation systems. We have engineer departments, we have catering, cooks, we have bartenders, we have a various set of mm-hmm. professions that you can engage in the Barbados Defence Force.
So if you have a passion for the sea, folks, and no fear of what happens beyond what you can see, then the Barbados Coast Guard is an operation for which you can be a part, indeed. And we want to encourage as many young people as possible to see this as one of the other career options available to you. You are protecting. Say it again, you are protecting people. And so as I was saying just now, you can, as Chief Petty Officer said, you can enter from secondary school into the Sea Cadets and come through that way, or you can join the Barbados Defence Force from age 17 years and 9 months. You can be a part of it indeed. And so this is what you do. You get out there to sea and you look around, and you Marine, you protect us. Do we get a lot of instances where you have to intercept not just drugs and arrest people who are trying to breach our coastlines?
Yes, please. There are several instances. As you know, Barbados, I guess, is the gem of the Caribbean, and a very strategic positioned country within the transatlantic area. So yes, there are a lot of engagements at sea, encounters at sea that we, the Coast Guard, have to manage. There are plenty. Yes, please.
I know you're trying to keep it safe. That's all right. Because there are plenty, you guys put yourself sometimes in the line of fire. But this is for which you've been trained. So therefore you know how to manage and de-escalate where it is necessary, what is going on out there to sea. And so our respect for the ocean is what I'm sure you would want all of us as Barbadians to underscore today on World Maritime Day. When we go to the beach, don't just drop your stuff on the ground, or don't just throw it in the water. Don't just think that is another place where it could be, frolic, and don't have no safety precautions or what's not. Stay focused, stay vigilant. Watch your kids. Ensure that don't skylark in certain areas and stuff. Protect the fish, protect the marine life, and respect the Barbados Coast Guard. And respect the Barbados Coast Guard,
please.
indeed. Is there any particular time of year when, from your experience, when the sea is a little more unsafe, not just hurricane season alone, because there are times when we know that the big orcas would sail by, they would swim and bob and go. Are there particular times of year that we as land-based people don't respect because that's the mating season, that's the traveling season for some types of fish?
So what we have observed over time is that, like in the latter end of the year, December, and the early part of December to like February, there's sometimes a shift in tides and stuff like that. We've observed that over the years, and it affects the vessels, it affects the more areas for the small crafts as well. And sometimes we see a spike in like drownings and stuff around that same thing. So I would ask persons to pay attention to that particular thing and be a lot more vigilant around that thing, but remain vigilant regardless.
And if I'm out to sea and I see a big fin pop up, what would you recommend I do?
I would recommend that you stay away from that fin because he lives there and you don't. So
I'm invading his space.
Yes, please. You're invading his space.
And that's part of the respect that we are talking about.
Yes,
respect
please.
that's his space.
Yes, please.
And be careful how we walk in or swim in
Correct.
to his space as well.
Correct.
Respect him and move away if we can.
Yes, please.
And there's a lot we can learn about the ocean. The ocean can be a wonderful place to play and swim and have a really good time, but it also has its dangers. And so this World Maritime Day, get to know both sides of it. The fun part, the dangerous parts. But we also know that we have the protection of the Barbados Coast Guard, who are monitoring, even when we're sleeping, what's going on over there, that vast marine space, to protect us and to keep us safe from not just people, but other contraband that they would want to bring to affect our people as well. And your team does that. We salute you today, man. We really salute all of you on the great work, because you help us to sleep safely at night. We can sleep quietly knowing that you guys are at work to protect our borders. And I thank you for doing so.
Thank you. We are very, very proud to be, appreciated today as we continue to, pursue our duties and do our duties with professionalism and diligence and, selfless service and respect to the people of Barbados.
You do it so well.
Yes,
so when you see them on parade and you know what your applause is for, your applause is saying to them, thank you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for the great work that you do. Thank you for stepping up and boldly going places that we don't want to go to protect us indeed. And so the Barbados Coast Guard has to be celebrated today, World Maritime Day, along with many other organizations that are working in our water space, our sea spaces indeed. And so we want to really salute them today, World Maritime Day. Thank you so much, Chief Petty Officer Romario Brooms. He is the Divisional Chief in the Administration Division of the Barbados Coast Guard. He's been sharing with us what we don't understand about our water, our marine space around us, and the things that and the ways that we can be a part of to help them do the kinds of work that they do to protect our marine spaces and our land spaces as well. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Morning Barbados takes a break here. We're back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb. and together we will travel the world.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, he'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about solar ray, microbiome, probiotics, and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
98.1 The One, your number one party station. With an audience from 18 to 40, we keep you engaged, energized, and entertained. Choose 98.1 FM, The One.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely, and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about loved ones who are struggling and you need advice on how to support them. There's a saying, a problem shared is a problem halved, but not everyone has someone they can confide in. That's why Lifeline Barbados exists, to be there for you or someone you care about during tough times. Save this number. Lifeline Barbados is just a call away. Remember, you can reach out whenever you need to talk.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
29 minutes now after 6 o'clock. I did tell you at the top of the show there is a love story that I think we need to share with you. It is a beautiful love story, as a matter of fact. It is one that I think fathers need to emulate, because when you see the magic between father and sons, I think you get it. But most of all, it's a man who lives by the message he preaches. And that's Fabian Sargent, who, as we know, is the man behind Men's organization. Fabian, good morning to you.
Hi, good morning, Pierce. Good morning, Barbados.
And you brought along your boys.
Of course.
Good morning to you, Tyler.
Good morning.
You're good?
Yes, please.
You aren't scared anymore, right? And with him is Takiri Sargent. Takiri, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good to have you. We have a picture that I want to show to all of Barbados, and this is what caught our attention. You know, there's a picture that tells 1,000 words.
Yeah.
That is what got us really curious. So let's talk a little bit about this relationship. Do we have it ready? Yeah. Let's share the picture. Look at this. Look at this. Tyler's laughing. This, for me, says so much, that even as he grows and as old as he gets, he's never too embarrassed to kiss his daddy, to show his love to his daddy. And, you know, I'm feeling emotional right now just talking about this, because I think it is a message that a lot of people shy away from, because I'm a man. Our society told them that they cannot show those emotions, those feelings to another male soul. Let's talk about how important that moment was for you, Fabian.
It is the norm, you know, so it's not only that moment. He does it last night was the last kiss I got from him. He kissed me nearly every night. Well, become a little less frequent, but kisses are the norm. They show their affection. They show my affection. We tell each other we love each other, you know. And we have a very good relationship. Don't get me wrong. I maintain discipline as daddy, you know. But I think I explain to them sometimes when I have to discipline or be a bit firm that I'm doing it because of love. And it has never compromised our relationship. We have a very good relationship.
That is so sweet.
Actually, before they came in this world, because my wife never went to a doctor appointment without me. I've always been there. I mean, for every single appointment, up to delivery. I mean, even after that, I've been to nearly every single appointment. I've always been present for these boys.
And that's a powerful message and a powerful example you set for them.
Yes.
Takeri, why do you kiss daddy?
Because he's my father.
Yeah. But what does it mean to you?
It means that I love my father unconditionally, and it's just something that I've been doing since I was young. So it's just
So are you doing it out of habit, or are you doing it from an emotional space?
Both. It's something that sometimes it will come up randomly. I just kiss him.
Yeah?
Yeah, just randomly.
Because when you look at him, what do you see?
My father.
Can you describe? And what does that mean to you?
Some person that is there for me and I could always come and talk to. So I love my father. So yeah.
You really love your father. Your father is not just for you the provider alone of what you need, but he's someone with whom you can talk, someone who leads by example for you. Do you see yourself growing up to be like your daddy?
Yes, because he helps people a lot and I like to help people. So it's just, yeah.
You know, teenage boys, because how old are you?
I'm 15 now.
You're 15. Teenage boys tend to move away from that kind of public display. But you've kept with it.
Yes, of course. It's just something that I've been doing all the time, and I don't think it's something that I will move away from. So, yeah.
And are you teaching your younger brother as well?
Yeah, he follows everything I do.
Everything you do. So Tyler, do you also kiss daddy? Do you tell daddy you love him?
Yes, I do.
All the time?
Yes, please.
What do you love about daddy?
He's put me to bed. He drove me to school. And that's it.
You know, you're into the performing arts. You're into the violin and the piano.
I sing. I'm in the choir.
You're in the choir as well. So you're very multi-talented. Have you had those kinds of discussions with your father to say, you know, daddy, this is what I like to do, and then what did daddy say to you if you did?
I really don't know.
He got you the opportunity though, because now you're in training, right?
Yes, please.
You're training on the violin, you're training on the piano, and you're working on your voice as well as you go. Wonderful. Takeri, you too are quite talented indeed. Any of that came from the daddy tree?
Yeah, he used to sing before my mother did instruments, so I also play steel pan and I used to play clarinet. So I got the musical side from my mother, the singing side from my father. So yeah, and the sports side from my mother also. So
You're a perfect combination there. And so, Fabian, you know, to hear your boys talk, and to hear your boys openly, boldly express how they feel about you, and you sat there and listened, you took it.
Yeah. You know, it warms my heart. I work with families and boys every single day. And what I see out in the world, you know, I try not to bring that in my space, you know. All of what I do is for them. I am not raising boys, I am raising men. And, you know, whatever I do, whatever I show them is exactly what they're going to replicate as men. I always had a father, you know. My parents were teenagers when they had me, and my father was always present, you know, up until he died 2 years ago. And I need to provide that same environment. I need to be present for my boys because I want them, if it's God's will, they have children, they have their families, that they replicate that. We are in a situation where families are on the decline, you know, standards and values are dropping, and we need to maintain some high values. We need to maintain strong men. We need to maintain some strong value systems within family, and that's exactly what we try to do with my sons, you know. And yeah, I feel very, very proud when I sit and I hear them. I remember there was a time I was listening to a youngster speak about his father, and I thought the father was the perfect father. But when the son spoke about his father, you know, it was very negative, and I wonder what my son would say about me. And I remember the morning after, I was taken to Kerry to school, and I asked him, to Kerry, what do you think about me as your father? And he was like, he was my father, you know, a typical child, you know.
Yes.
And I said, no, seriously, what is it you like about me as your father? And he said something, and a tear came to my eye immediately. He said, I love the fact that you are there. Like, I was never expecting that. He's right there sitting.
Yeah.
You know, he said, I love the fact that you include me. I never thought about that as well. So it's important that we understand what our children are thinking. I may not always be perfect. I may not do everything he wants me to do, because I still have a responsibility to guide and direct, and not everything he wants he will get. You know, I have to be firm, and I keep telling him, I am firm because I love you. If I didn't care about you, I wouldn't be quarreling all the time. I wouldn't be telling you anything. I wouldn't be, you know, I wouldn't be on you all the time about certain things. It's that I want to see you grow and develop, and I want to see you be the best person that you can be.
Yeah.
I tell them, I provide the resources. I'm your father. I'm responsible for providing all the resources, the emotional support, everything. You have to do the rest. You know, I do my part, you have to do yours. And that is it. You know, he's a young man, and Tyler coming up, because Tyler is watching, you know, it's important how I groom to Kerry.
Yeah, important indeed. To Kerry, do you sometimes, you know, teenagers, we want our own, well, you guys want your own space. You want to be able to flex, as you guys would say, in the ways that you want to flex. Do you feel at times that daddy's crowding your space?
Not really.
No, don't say because he's here.
Not
Tell
really.
me. Okay.
Yeah, not really.
Not really.
Unless it's something I really want to do. They want me to do something else. But not really.
Not really. So it's okay for him to be firm with you. You find it's okay. You don't fight up on that.
It's not that I'm okay with it. It's just that I understand why he's doing it. So since I understand, it's not that big of a deal.
There are young boys who are watching today who are your age and perhaps a little older as well, who find themselves in a completely different dynamic. You're fortunate to have the kind of father and the kind of relationship where you understand. But sometimes those young boys your age, young teenagers, they don't understand. They just feel as though you're not allowing me to get on with my life. Talk to me and talk to them about what you think they ought to be able to change so that they can appreciate, just as you do, this relationship with your father.
Well, I would say just embrace your father more. If your father wants you to do something with him, just like go, not just say, just go and try something at least. Try to be with him. And the father has to do the same, because it's a two-way type of thing. And yeah, that's all I can say. Just try to be with him and try, and then your relationship will build from there.
You understand why you asked that question, Fabian?
Yes.
Because that's a stage of life that teenage boys go through. And as it happened yesterday, I was just browsing social media, and there was a mother speaking about how she thinks parents ought to manage their boys and to allow the young man the space for his emotions. There comes a time when he answers you back. And you don't understand, what happened to you, my man? I will knock you down.
Yeah, it's true.
And you have to be able to appreciate he is just flexing who he is because he's trying to find his space. But at the same time, you protect the boundaries to let him know no further than here, dude. And you have to be able to understand, I'm not preaching at you, to be able to understand, you know, at what point do you intervene with the teaching, but allow the moment to pass.
It's true. And in that teaching, it is important for me to know the presence of my wife, you know, and their mother, because even though I'm firm in terms of discipline and so forth, I could not have done it without her. So it takes two of us. Sometimes I sit and I wonder how are some single parents making it, because there are two of us, and I feel like we're struggling sometimes, especially when it comes to homework and activities, and gotta do this with one and that with the other, you know. It is extremely important to note that she's very present. And she really helps, you know. But for young boys, I think it's also important that we understand the developmental stages that they're going through. I don't treat Takiri as if he was 12 anymore. You know, you tell me you're 15, you're a young man.
Yes.
You get up, he has some chores he has to do every day, like clockwork, make up bed, press clothes, take out garbage, pack bottles, ask him. Every day like clockwork. I know he probably doesn't like it, but he will understand later on. He will see as he move into his own space, his own home. He wants to be a robotic engineer. And chances he probably will go overseas to study. I'm preparing him for that. I'm not doing him any favors by being babyish and pressing for him and washing his stuff. No, you have to be independent. In 3 years' time, 2 years' time, you're starting. Well, not know everything.
Yes.
You know, and this is the type of responsibility. They have a cat, we have dogs. Feed your cat, feed. You know, well, I deal with the dogs. The dogs are big dogs, right?
I remember the turtles.
And they have
the
turtles.
turtles,
You know, so they have responsibilities, and I want to encourage parents to find a way to let your children be responsible. You know, simple things as pets. They cannot leave home unless their beds are made up. And I am very firm about it. And when you check my room, my bed is made up. So I'm not telling you to do something that I don't want to do. There you're sitting.
Right.
You know, and that is the type of thing, you know. Sometimes they will ask themselves, but why? But I know with repetition, eventually it will become part of their life. Yeah, that's right.
Takeri, do you find that Daddy treats Tyler differently from how he treated you?
I guess he's grown up in a different environment.
No. Yes or no? Yes or no?
I can't answer yes or no because it's very because he's a different person. So they have to raise him different.
I understand that, and I'm asking that question for a reason, because sometimes you might want to look on and say, but you know, when I was Tyler's age, you did not allow this. And you're now see, and you're giving him permission where I could not. And so, but you're right. It's at a different stage, and so that inconsistency is what you call it from time to time, right?
Yes.
He does. He does. He say all the time, but I never could do this and I could do that.
Yes.
You know, but
like when I was younger, games were big of a thing, but like they were still a little skeptical. But now, in 2025, he got a phone. He's 8. And like
you couldn't touch a phone then.
No.
I have a phone, a Nintendo, 2 computers.
See? Everything he wants.
Yeah.
But
he has 2 more Nintendos, so that means you have 3 Nintendos.
So as a father, though, managing 2 different age ranges here, 2 different stages of life, how do you keep the message pure and consistent without being accused as Takeri?
I don't mind being accused.
You don't mind?
You see, the thing about it is that's where leadership comes in. You know, he has his opinion and he's and I accept that and I respect that. You know, I also accept that they're 2 different youngsters, 2 different upbringings, 2 different environments. Tyler's a COVID baby. He started school during the COVID period. He didn't have a lot of socializing. Like he did. He had a lot of socializing. He was at school. He went to 2 or 3 or 4 different schools. So he was socialized totally different. So you have to treat both of them differently. And you know, I don't expect you to understand everything that I do. They will eventually, but I know what I have to do as a parent. Yes. And I think it's important for us as parents to know our responsibilities and understand that we will not 2, 3, 4 children. Everybody will be parented differently, even if you come from the same house. It's about being consistent, being fair, and I guess providing the best possible environment for them to grow and thrive and to be the best individuals that they possibly can be.
You're such an inspiring daddy. Could you be my daddy? You know, this is fantastic. I just love the relationship you have with your sons and your sons with you, because it's well and good for you to say, this is how I feel about my sons, but they send it back to you, they transmit it back to you. That is such a powerful message. I really want to commend you, Fabian, for the great work, the wonderful example you set, not just for the boys, but for other fathers as well. And for you young men, for being the wonderful examples that you are for people your age, so that they see this is nothing to be afraid of. It's okay every day to tell daddy you love him. It's okay every day to give daddy a kiss and to show daddy the same measure of appreciation that daddy shows to you. And particularly for boy children, I'm stressing that deliberately, because we tend to think emotions what? Emotions are important even in that relationship with your father. So share those positive emotions, share those positive moments with him, and you will see that you will have such greater and better and more meaningful outcomes.
Gerson, I'll tell you, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
I could feel it. I could feel it. I could really feel it. Fabian, thank you. Tyler, thank you too. Have a good day.
Thank you.
And you, Takeri, as well. Have a lovely day, okay? And thank you for loving your father. Thank you for being obedient to your father. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Scold, a look into the future.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons, which will surprise many, is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end, and what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
The economy of a country can be likened to the engine room of a factory, the place where the pistons stroke and the wheels turn. And, as with a factory, the end result of this exercise is a product. In the case of a factory, it might be an item of clothing, or a food, or some other product that make our lives satisfying. With an economy, the product is the aggregate of all the goods and services produced in the country, and it's identified by its monetary value as the gross domestic product, GDP. Gross meaning the sum total, and domestic meaning within your own environment. Economic terms can be difficult for the average Joe, but if we are to understand the workings of the national economy, we must have a grasp of these terms.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth.
Your revolving loan fund, financing education the easy way.
And that's what we're doing right now. We're showcasing for you Barbados, the Junior Minister of Tourism for Barbados, an exceptional young lady from the Lodge School, as a matter of fact. Tashina Jacint is her name, and she's brought along with her Marsha Armstrong, who is the Program Officer with the Barbados Tourism Marketing Incorporated. Good morning to you, ladies.
Good morning, Kirsten.
As I said before, while we were sitting waiting to go live, I said this is the day I've been waiting for, to have a chance to celebrate you on Mornin Barbados as the Junior Minister of Tourism. You've come a long way, Tashina.
Yeah.
How does it feel for you, the distance so far?
Well, you mean currently having the title? So far I haven't really engaged in activities. I've mostly been focusing on prep for the competition next week, Thursday. So, even though I have not been in the field necessarily, the prep that I'm getting from the BTMA has been really insightful and helpful. And, I think I've really progressed in my presentation and my mystery question.
I'm going to get back to that in a minute. Marsha, this is such an outstanding program. I've been with you for a few years now because I love it. and I see its developmental potential. For those who are watching or wondering, but how does that work? What's this program about? Could you explain?
All right. Back in 2000 is where the CTO understood that part of its role in terms of sustainable tourism and sustainable development is that they have to inculcate and incorporate young people within their discussions, their conferences, and as leaders and representatives, they threw out the call for the Caribbean member states to have a junior minister of tourism to represent their island, and that gives us each island the responsibility of preparing a young person to come to discuss a topic of interest for the Caribbean and to put forward their ideas and suggestions. And this Youth Congress is part of their annual conferences every year. Ministers, commissioners of tourism, directors of tourism sit and listen to the ideas and suggestions put forward by young people, and in turn they incorporate them into their own tourism policies and programs. So for us in Barbados, we have the opportunity, and we've been doing it since 2000 because the first competition was in Barbados. Every year we prepare our young students from across the secondary schools across Barbados, and they come together, they have the topics, we showcase the island, we do the interviews, we prepping them, and then the big competition comes, which was on July 2nd, and Tashina topped the students in that competition this year, so she's now our junior minister of tourism. And for young people, developing their leadership, developing their communication skills, understanding the tourism sector, being able to be an ambassador for their island is key, and is one of our programs for many years.
Yes, it's an outstanding program, I must have. Do you feel the same way, Tashina, having gone through it?
I agree, because as young people in Barbados, I think we take Barbados for granted. And then oftentimes a lot of young people might be like, well, why do people come to Barbados so often? But it's because they're so accustomed to it, And I feel like through the prep before actually having the local competition, I was able to see Barbados through the eye of a tourist, and it's more eye-opening.
And you folks, you youngsters brought such innovative ideas, such innovative ideas to your presentations, because that was a part of the final at the Youth Congress where you were asked to put a proposal. And a lot of you tackled artificial intelligence and the use of different technologies to enhance the visitor's experience indeed. So much so, Marcia, that they're having the innovation hub.
Yes, and their junior ministers will be there present to see some of the businesses that will be there, small entrepreneurs, and carry forth their ideas to their respective islands.
I'm excited about that. Are you too?
Very excited.
So let me hear about your preparation now. Because having won, first of all, you have this big banner at your school for the whole year that says, this is the home of the Junior Minister of Tourism at the Lord School. You went back to school. What was the response to the reaction like?
Wow.
You became a star.
A lot of the teachers, they walk past me, they're like, congratulations, it's good to see that you're doing things now. And the school really appreciates my, I don't want to say winnings, but the school really appreciates me representing them.
And it's sunk into you that you are now the Junior Minister of Tourism.
To be honest, I still feel kind of fresh.
Yes.
But it's like, I still have to get used to it over this year. But it's like, it's still a very buzzing and exciting feeling.
Yes.
So what are you doing to get ready for next week?
Well, rehearsing my speech. Working on projecting my voice and my inflections. And I'm practicing in mystery questions, trying to beef up my knowledge on, Barbados as a tourism product.
I want you to tell people, young people in school, children in particular, that they have to come. They have to come not just to support you alone, but to learn more about tourism and to understand how even they play a critical part of tourism, all the things that they're doing now, how they all feed into tourism.
Yes. So for every, young person watching at home, I agree with what he said. You should come and support me. You should take the opportunity to learn more about the competition and join that year. It is an opportunity for every young person, 14 to 17, and you should take the opportunity while it stands.
Well done, well said indeed. Yes. And so, Barsha, I noticed it's something we've been talking about as well, where you're going to the school earlier now, and to get them not just to look at tourism studies alone, but use this as part of the social studies period. Whereas tourism is a part of the conversation. And I'm saying that within the context of what happened to me at school. None of this was happening when I was in school. But at secondary school, my form teacher, my history teacher, who was my form teacher, he always related the subject of history to everyday life and everyday living. That approach caused all of us to pass the subject. Every one of us got our grades. And so if we, in schools, I believe, use and incorporate tourism into everything, whether it's mathematics, technical drawing, geography, everything, and link it to tourism and link it to lived realities, I think it'll be natural that we'll get more and more young people coming forward.
I'm happy you said that, because the BTMI does have a program in our primary schools where one of our officers go in and we have that simple conversation with class 2s and 3s about tourism and where our visitors come from, what are some of the benefits of tourism. We also show them currencies, they can recognize that, the countries, the flags, the airplanes, they're fascinated about that. For our secondary schools, it's the Youth Congress, and like I said before, you come into the Youth Congress, but we also give you a feel of the sector, introducing to what the BTMI does, the Ministry of Tourism, who is the Minister of Tourism and International Transport. We also have the development in terms of their leadership capabilities, their public speaking, and that kind of hones their skills and interests within the sector, and not to forget the island tour, where a lot of them is home and school, but then they go different places like Graham Hall Nature Sanctuary, which opens their minds to what Barbados has to offer, why our visitors love to come here, what are the career opportunities in 10, 15 years time. We just had a conversation, she's thinking about travel agents, being a travel agent, so yes, that's part of our mandate with the BTMI and the product development department.
What excites you now about tourism now that you've gone through this program so far?
I think what excites me the most is how wide it is, how open the sector is. So regardless of what job you go into, it always links back to tourism. And you know, especially for the Caribbean, tourism is our future. So even though you might not directly be putting in a helping hand, you still are at the end of the day just by being a citizen of the country.
Yeah, and I mean, just by greeting an individual, you are playing your part in tourism. Just by showing them how to turn the corner and there's the building you're looking for, you are part of tourism. If you're, as I said, if you're an accountant, there is a job for you in tourism. If you are a creator of technology, there are things for you to do in tourism. You can create tour experiences, you can create so much in tourism. If you're into anything, agriculture, it's linked. Everything is linked, because this is the tapestry on which we survive. And so you are now, as a young person, playing a very critical role in all of this. And you know, there's a sector of our tourism market called young people like you, who I would really hope that you take some time during your year to be able to tap into them, so that you excite them about the same industry for which now you have for some responsibility. Don't worry about me, the older one, we get it. But the younger ones, so they understand all of those things that you now better understand about the industry, and to help them also see the linkages in a significant way.
Definitely.
I'm coming to see you next week. It's next week Thursday?
Yes, please.
What time?
2 p.m.
in the afternoon
at the Hilton Barbados. And I'd like to use this opportunity, all of the participating schools in the 2025 Youth Congress are invited, and we are also extending an invitation to the tertiary institutions, because we do have many of our secondary school students who go on to Palm Marine and the University of West Indies to study tourism, and it really is for them to see the discussion and ideas put forward. And of course, Lodge School will be there representing.
Of course, making beer noise.
Right.
You know, we had such a turnout this year. It was phenomenal to see the room was full of young people. Young people who were passionate about this. Look at the screen, look at you.
Oh my God!
I love your reaction.
Yes.
Here you are receiving all of your prizes and recognition when you won the Youth Congress in Barbados. And so, you know, that was your moment to shine. That was your day, girl. That was your day. I know it's your year, but the outgoing minister, Haley Harding, the previous minister, and there you are with the team from the BTMI at the Barbados Tourism Youth Congress. It was phenomenal. And your other competitors, remember all of them?
Yeah.
Are you guys still communicating?
Of course. I
Good.
still talk to I still talk to the young lady from Leicester. She's a very good friend of mine.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Keep that relationship. Keep that, because each of you now are part of the tapestry of tourism. Together you link, and together we can build a stronger fabric for tourism.
I
So
agree.
don't lose your passion, don't lose your energy. But Thursday next week at 2 o'clock, we're at the Hilton.
Hilton Hotel.
Barbados. We are supporting Barbados. Yeah, we're a bit insular, but we're supporting all of the young people of the region in this CTO Youth Congress. It is going to be phenomenal. I wish you well.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Marcia, you wanted to say something?
I just wanted to say, and within the whole week of CTO, and our young people who want to join in the conference, sotic.onecaribbean.org is your registration link. Come and join us and mingle with all the industry perspective all over the Caribbean, our junior ministers of tourism. It's the opportunity. I myself as a student was exposed to that when I was in the Bahamas. We attended the conference, and it was a good eye-opener conversation about tourism, seeing your future, where you could be. So that is your link, sotic.onecaribbean.org.
sotic.onecaribbean.org is where you go, register, and come. Indeed. Thank you so much, Tashina Yatsit, and thank you so much, Marcia Armstrong again. Great work you guys are doing.
I also want to say Happy Lodge Week. You know?
All right.
All of my lodges.
Happy Lodge Week.
Yeah.
Okay, good. You're welcome. We're taking a break here. We're coming back in a moment.
That's some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Let's take a look at the news now. Barbados is in the midst of a $6 billion building boom. Word of this from Minister of Training and Tertiary Education Sandra Husbands as she addressed the 4th Barbados Annual Construction and Design Conference at the Sanders Royal. She says it spans commercial, residential and tourism projects and was highlighted in the Barbados Economic Report. Trevor Thorpe reports.
Speaking against the theme, integrating technology into quality construction, Minister Husbands called on the Technical and Vocational Education and Training Council and stakeholders to move to the new technology to stay in line with the developments in the industry. She says the conference agenda is riddled with opportunities.
The sector experienced growth from $463.3 million Barbados dollars in 2023 to $496 million in 2024, indicating a very robust upward trajectory. But with opportunity comes responsibility. We must ensure that our workforce is equipped to meet the demands of this evolving industry. Globally, the construction industry is being reshaped by building information modeling, 3D printing, and modular construction, smart materials and sensors, AI-driven project management, and sustainable building practices. These are no longer visions of the future, but have become the norm.
The minister urged those present to keep pace with training developments in the industry and not be left behind.
Our approach includes demand-driven TVET systems guided by real-time labor market data, sector skills bodies shaping curriculum and certification, work-based learning and apprenticeships through industry partnerships, integration of digital and green skills at all levels, and a recognition of prior learning through the PLAR program. And I want to encourage all of you, if you have employees who've worked with you for years and who demonstrate a high level of skill, now is the time to ensure that they get that prior learning assessment recognition so that their work can be certified and they can present it anywhere in the world to be able to get a job.
The conference will go into its second day tomorrow. Trevor Thorpe, CBC News.
Well, we are hearing that efforts are ongoing to create the right environment to encourage Barbadians to have larger families. The intention is to tackle the relevant social and economic issues linked to the population crisis in a comprehensive manner. Minister of Economic Affairs and Investment Kay McConney says this will be done through the creation of a conducive environment to support those who wish to have children and to expand those families. However, Ms. McConney says the reality remains that Barbados will not be able to increase the local population size anytime soon at the rate needed if only natural means are used. She was speaking at the launch of the Intersectoral Implementation Group of Support Barbados Population Policy 2030 to 2040 and the Government of Barbados Policy Forum on addressing changing population dynamics and societal implications.
Therefore, this policy calls for the development of an equitable and practical managed migration system to obtain a labor force of the size and the skill sets, and I also add, and the mindsets necessary to meet the demands of the market. In this effort, Barbados has introduced the Immigration and Citizenship Bills now before Parliament, which together will assist to shepherd an era of managed migration. Ladies and gentlemen, the full adoption of the Barbados Population Policy 2023-2040, it necessitates relooking and transforming our education and training programs.
Declaring the population policy cannot be left sitting on a shelf, Ms. McConney says government has introduced an intersectoral implementation group under the stewardship of her ministry to oversee its implementation.
This intersectoral group is tasked with preparing the detailed implementation plan for the policy, as well as the development of a managed migration policy for the country. This group will be led by Ms. Jennifer Hunt, who is currently the Acting Permanent Secretary in our Ministry of Economic Affairs and Investment. Recognize that Barbados's Population Policy 2023-2040 will be adopted within the context of a multitude of sectoral policies that support the developmental priorities of our country.
19 residents of St. James and 3 living in the diaspora have been saluted and awarded for their commitment and advocacy. It happened during a regathering 2025 National Awards ceremony at State House. Deanza Roberts reports.
President of Barbados, Dame Sandra Mason, and government representatives Chad Blackman and Sandra Husbands congratulated the Pride of Barbados recipients for their decades of volunteerism and leadership. From youth membership and education to cultural preservation and social care, the honorees' bio, when read, embodied what it means to serve. Dame Sandra encouraged the awardees to continue the work they have started.
What I stand there and I listened, it's amazing the amount of work that's being done by some unsung heroes. So at least I'm glad that you have been recognized for the work that you've been doing, and I hope that it doesn't stop there, that you will continue to do the good work to uplift your communities and by extension Barbados.
Similar words from Member of Parliament for St. James North, Chad Blackman. He says the day is a tangible give back for the work of the awardees.
Today should really serve also as a motivation, as you heard the Excellency refer,
as a motivation to go on, to carry on in your different endeavors of service. One of the greatest things that we can all do as human beings is to serve our fellow human beings as well. And I just simply want to wish you all the very best in your pursuits, and Barbados is greater for it today.
Minister Sandra Husbands, who is Member of Parliament for St. James South, encouraged the recipients to encourage others to join in volunteering their service to Barbados.
We are deeply grateful as a nation for the work that you do. I want to encourage you to continue. I want to encourage you to ask other people to join you, because no nation is as strong as when it has a powerful volunteer force.
Mr. Glenn Best, recognized for his dedication to education and community empowerment as a founder of the Friends of St. James Primary School Alumni Group, says he is happy to help others.
We recognize that the government alone cannot do all the work. So we come together to provide what the government and the people of Barbados cannot provide. And it gives me a lot of joy to do that.
Mrs. Sonia Ann Thompson-Aline, also an awardee, used the opportunity to call on others to give back.
Volunteerism is something that you're not getting people coming forward to do because everybody wants money. And I would really love to see persons coming forward and just giving back, because you feel so good when you do give back, and it's not all about payment. Just come and work.
The regathering program will move to Christchurch in October as this country continues its year-long celebration of excellence. Deanza Roberts, CBC News.
Let's look at sports now. Weymouth Wales will go head-to-head with Trinidadian Pro Club Defence Force tonight in the CONCACAF Caribbean Football Cup. Both clubs are tied on 3 points and will be looking for victory to move a step closer to the semi-finals. Anmar Goodrich-Boyce is in TNT. He filed this report.
With less than 24 hours to go until their next encounter in the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup, Weymouth Wales are hard at training here just outside of the Hainsey Crawford Stadium in Trinidad and Tobago. The focus is on Thursday night when they take on Defence Force, knowing that victory would take them one step closer to the knockout stage.
Wales are currently sitting in third position in Group B, coming off the back of a 2-1 away win against Juventus de Kaya. And the Carrington Village-based team returned to the training ground ahead of a critical encounter versus Trinidadian professional club Defence Force. Speaking before the match, Wales head coach Asquith Howell told CBC Sports both the team's remaining fixtures are important.
Both of our games are very important. Nevertheless, we can take this first game. We are the away team. Nevertheless, we will try our best to come out at least with a point or win the game.
Howell also said Wales have done their research on the Defence Force team.
They are the reigning champions of TT Premier League. As you know, they are a professional setup, so it means that they have a lot of quality in their side. So we did some of our homework in reference to it. We looked at some footage of their recent game against Cavaliers, and I think the guys are ready and ready to go, and they believe that they can compete with these guys and get 3 points.
The match, which will be played at the Hainsey Crawford Stadium, is set to kick off at 8 p.m. Anmar Goodrich-Boyce, CBC Sports.
All right, that's news until now. We'll have more news at noon here on TV8. Morning Barbados is back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb, and together we will travel the world.
God will not give you a job
God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, he'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray, microbiome, probiotics, and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
98.1 The One, your number one party station. With an audience from 18 to 40, we keep you engaged, energized, and entertained. Choose 98.1 FM, The One.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're 17 minutes now after 7 o'clock as we turn our attention to the continuing activities happening in St. James and the different partners who are working with the Regathering Parish Organizing Committee for St. James to really excite you when you turn up and turn out for all of the activities indeed. And there's a big one happening this weekend. As a matter of fact, is this weekend?
Yes.
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 You know, the dates feel so funny in your own head. You're thinking about, wait, hold on. The 27th, today's the 25th. That means it's a couple days from now.
Yeah. On Saturday.
Yes. This is John Hollingsworth, by the way, the Chief Community Development Officer acting with the Community Development Department. Next to him is Charmaine Waterman, who's an entrepreneur who will be exhibiting. Can't wait to hear what she has to offer. And across from me is Beverly Lane, who's also an entrepreneur who will also be exhibiting. What's happening on Saturday, John?
Well, on Saturday, the Community Development Department will be joining the Trust Funds Limited and the Office of the Supervisor of Insolvency, Manufacturing and Service to participate in the St. James Regathering event at House Village, St. James. House Village, Plainfield, exactly. And we will be showcasing basically what the Community Development Department has to offer, not only in St. James, but throughout the whole of Barbados.
What do you do?
What we do basically is it's a wide range of things, actually. We train persons in various skills. As you can see, we have our guests here, Charmaine and Beverly. We also put on different programs. Apart from the condiments and the soap making, we provide training in balloon artistry, nail technology, mixology, a whole range of events that persons can use to start a business or they can start a hobby to keep themselves occupied. At the end of the day, the whole idea of the Community Development Department is to build cohesion within the communities. And what I emphasize is not restricted to those training activities, anything basically that can build community cohesion. We have now, we're moving into the realm of divesting some of our responsibility in terms of the community centers. We're seeking to form some community management committees, center management committees, so that persons in the community can be more active in the operations of the centers in the neighborhood.
You know, you're so right, that's important. I remember the time, because I'm of a certain vintage. I'm using this phrase this gentleman used on me. You're of a certain vintage. So I'm of a certain vintage. Where I grew up in an area in the north, in St. Lucie, as a matter of fact, where we had this community center, we called it the Lodge.
Okay.
And the people of Hope Road, St. Lucie, were the ones who had the keys to the lodge. They operated the lodge. We operated a space where every youth groups come, you would play, you would do all sorts of social activity. And that's what you're getting back to.
Yes, we hope to do that, because in doing so, the center will not only be open between the normal daytime hours of 9:30 to 5:30. The hours of operation would be extended, because the center management committees, in addition to keeping the keys, as you would have said, will be able to put on projects and programs for the community as well.
That is so very important. So that's the work you do.
Yes.
But this Saturday, then, you want to showcase a lot of the work that has the products that
Yes.
come from the work you've been doing, indeed.
Yes, very much so.
And you just talked about balloon artistry.
Yes.
That is such a fancy term. But you're going to come and see for yourself what that is all about, indeed. And that's the whole point. You're going to turn up to Hoyt's Village from 10 o'clock in the morning.
Until 6.
Until 6 on the playing field there in Hoyt's Village, right?
Yes, very much so.
Can't miss it. Can't miss it. You hear the noise, you see the banners, you see everything going on, you see the people, and then you place yourself among all of that to see. But come by, come engage, come question, come see what's happening in the work with the Community Development Department and see how you can also benefit therefrom.
I must also add to that, it won't only be the Community Development Department, it will also be the Trust Funds Limited and the Office of Insolvency, Manufacturing and Services. They too will be able to provide tips on how persons can get involved in various businesses and entrepreneurship.
Yeah, because you do the training.
Yes.
And you create the entrepreneurial spirit. The Trust Fund provides the funding.
Yes.
So that they can help them grow.
And further training, entrepreneurial training.
Further training, correct. And
Yes.
you know, the thing about the Trust Fund is that they hold your hand all
Yes.
the way through. They're constantly checking in on you. And that's the beauty of the whole synergy that's happening there on Saturday. You get all of that in one space. How to register to be a part of it, how to receive the funding, what you do with the funding, the marketing thereof, and blah, blah, blah. But you need to be there on Saturday from 10 o'clock in the morning. Charmaine.
Morning, Pearson.
Morning.
I'm Morning Barbados.
I call you an entrepreneur. Does that not feel special?
Very much so.
Talk to me about what you do.
Okay, so from the Rice's Community Center, I'm into the business of soap making and natural skincare products. What that has done is allowed me to make a little extra money on the side, right? And in the same process, look after myself because I use on my skin what I make in the center.
You're the best example of the benefits of what you do.
Yes, that is so.
So why did you start? How did you start and why did you start?
Well, actually, soap making was not the original choice. I really wanted to do a bit of dressmaking and design. I like clothes.
You can see that.
And when I got to the center to register, the course was just finished. And they were offering the natural soap and skincare products next. So I thought, well, okay, rather than sit down home and twiddle my thumbs, having happily retired, let me do some skincare products. And it's been a journey ever since, right? What that has allowed me to do is introduce the products to friends and family. There are some success stories, people that you offer the products to and it worked wonderfully well. I help them to clear up some issues they had with the skin. And I've kept going ever since then, right? What I'm hoping now to do is to register the business shortly, and then we can get into the business of doing a little more in terms of the packaging, the labeling, the presentation.
Getting fancy with it.
Yes, getting fancy with
Yes,
it.
yes.
But right now it's going extremely well, and I'm hoping to be at the expo on Saturday. We can have a bit of all the products that we've made because it's everything from head to toe. It's shampoo, conditioner, hair pomade, soaps, skin creams, lotions.
You're busy, girl. You're busy.
Yeah.
So Saturday is where we come a lot for you. And what's the name of your business?
I'm not quite yet, but I'm hoping that by the time I get it registered, it will be called Charmaine's Naturals. I will go from there.
Use this as part of your copyright, okay?
Yes, I will.
I said it to the atmosphere. It's already copyrighted now. Good. Charmaine's Beauty Naturals, indeed. And we can't wait to come see you on Saturday.
Thank you.
Beverly, I know you in so many different ways. And here you are now, the entrepreneur as well.
Yes.
What are you being entrepreneurial with and in?
Actually, I'm representing this morning Briar Hall Seniors Group, known as Silver Threads. I can't forget them. In 2017, I was watching a football match with my grandson. And I saw some people, and I said, let me get on here and see what's happening. So as I entered the center, I was welcomed by Monique with a big smile. She's the aide for that section. So you know me, looking around, and I saw all these forms with the activities for the center.
Yes.
So I picked up the one for the seniors. And I have not looked back since then.
Wow.
And we're going into our 10th year next year. But beside that, we have done all the things that Miss Rice's has done and surpassed.
Yes.
So we're into pepper sauce, curries, the same balloon artistry, that's taught up there too. And I'm happy to be a part of the group. So on Saturday, we'll be showcasing our pepper sauce, condiments. I think we could be doing a little mixology up there as well, so you can come around and get your drinks and stay cool. So that's Briar Hall in its sense.
The Briar Hall Silver what?
Silver Threads, that's
Silver
the
Threads.
name. Silver Threads.
The Briar Hall Silver Threads.
Yes.
And so we need to come look for you. What makes your pepper sauces so special? You want to give us a hint? Or that's a hidden secret?
Not
it's
really.
in the sauces. Sis Ona?
It's in the sauces, yes. But there's a particular pepper.
Yes.
If you get that pepper, it's gone clear.
Ooh.
I don't mind the competition out there, but we've got it going on.
Gone clear.
Gone clear.
Gone clear. So that's what we come to engage with on Saturday at this Trade Fair and Business Expo in Hoyts Village, folks, on the playing field. That's where it is from 10 o'clock in the morning. It's totally free to all of us to come. We're there from morning till evening. And so they want you to come not just to look and see and enjoy the music. Come, look, see, have conversation and purchase. Give support to the Trust Funds Limited will also be there to answer all of your questions when it comes to setting yourself up and how you can get support from them as well. The Department of Insolvency will also be there to help you manage your business affairs. There's a whole lot happening in that one space on Saturday, and this is all by what you do as the Community Development Department, creating the platform for the community-based organizations and individuals to be showcased.
Yes, most definitely. In addition to that, persons visiting the expo can also sign up for programs that we are having. We do as well body work for cars. We also do sign making. We have an art program as well. All these things we do, and you can sign up there instantly. We also want to use the opportunity to encourage other persons from other centers to be part of the center management committees that we are establishing right now. So all these things are happening through the booth operated by the Community Development Department.
All on Saturday.
All on Saturday.
They brought all of this to you, and therefore you should turn up and grab this opportunity indeed. I can't wait to see the balloon artistry. What is that about? Is it about the formation? Is it?
Yes.
Yes, it's the decorations and everything. It's a very popular program right now too. It's very popular.
Yeah?
Yes, very much so.
It is.
It's pretty expensive too if you want to have a birthday or some special event and you hire a balloon artist. Yes.
So to be a balloon artist, you can earn a lot of money.
Yes.
So therefore sign up for the course with the Community Development Department to learn about balloon artistry.
One thing I forgot to mention, there will be 2 of our members bringing out their crochet slippers and hats.
Their crochet slippers?
Of course. Of course.
I have to see that to believe it.
And remember, one day with one lady teaching, and you should see the work that the other members have done.
Well, you got to come see everybody.
Of course.
This is one of those instances where you got to see it to believe it.
Yes.
You really have to see it to believe it on Saturday from 10 o'clock in the Hoyts playing field. It's right in the corner. You can't miss it. But you can't miss it simply because of the activity you will see right there and the number of people who are already gathering there. We want you to come out and really, in your numbers, spend the day. Don't use this as an opportunity to just exercise with your feet. Take time, stall to stall, place to place, talk to people, see what's going on, purchase, because your purchase goes along with helping these entrepreneurs do more, do even more. And so I want you to really show up. Come meet with John and his team from the Community Development Department and see how you can now be shelter managers as well, and be a part of building your community and being partners in able to do so indeed. And that's why Saturday is so critical to a lot of you indeed. Good time spent if you show up on Saturday. John Hollingsworth, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Yes.
Entrepreneurs, Charmaine Waterman and Beverly Lane, they love the title. I love it too. And best of luck to both of you and your teams of people who are showing up on Saturday as well.
Thank you very much.
You're very
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. We're taking a break here. Morning Barbados is back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
The economy of a country can be likened to the engine room of a factory. the place where the pistons stroke and the wheels turn. And, as with a factory, the end result of this exercise is a product. In the case of a factory, it might be an item of clothing or a food or some other product that make our lives satisfying. With an economy, the product is the aggregate of all the goods and services produced in the country, and it's identified by its monetary value as the gross domestic product, GDP. Gross meaning the sum total, and domestic meaning within your own environment. Economic terms can be difficult for the average Joe, but if we are to understand the workings of the national economy, we must have a grasp of these terms.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and together we will travel the world.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources. He'll give you the people. Not only
morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
27 minutes now to go to the hour of 8 o'clock. I'm smiling simply because I have a bunch of young people here with me. Next to me, as you know right now, is Celia Colimo. She's a trainer. She's also a member of the National NCD Commission. Celia, good morning.
Good morning, Pearson.
CP to the world. She beat me real bad at cricket. You know, in cricket, Sullivan, she beat me really bad at knocked me out, man. Had the fellas laughing at me. That's all right. That's all right. Next to her is Donna Barker, Senior Health Promotion Officer, and with the Ministry of Health and Social Science, Health and Wellness. Good to see you, Donna, as well. And Suleiman Bubuli, who you know is chairing the National NCD Commission. They're doing what they want us to do tomorrow. They're wearing their sneakers today, and they guarantee me they'll wear their sneakers tomorrow as well. And you ask yourself why, don't you? You ask yourself, why are they so worried, or why do they want me to put on my sneakers tomorrow? There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that, right, Celia?
Yes.
Why?
Right. So National Sneaker Day is really about movement. How do we keep movement simple, encouraging Barbadians to move, make it a part of their daily routine? When I think about myself right now, once I finish here, Pearson, I have to go and do my mile walk, which is less than 30 minutes, right? So how do we get Barbadians, how do we get Barbadians to see that physical activity, it should be a part of their daily routine, and is as simple as putting on your sneakers and going for a walk. Let's make it a lifestyle where we don't have to think about it. It's a way of life. We do it because we know how beneficial it is to our health and overall wellness.
Because, Donna, there's a problem here. There's a problem in Barbados as it relates to non-communicable diseases. What do you see the magnitude of the problem?
Well, we know that in terms of
getting in the activity, physical activity. I think 90% of the women and about 60% of our men don't get enough physical activity from our last survey. So we want to encourage people to get active. And we know that the increase in activity or the moving away from sedentary lifestyle is one of the things that help to manage or prevent the non-communicable diseases.
And when we talk about these non-communicable diseases, what are we talking about?
We're
Fatness?
Well,
You know what, I'm saying like that simply because that's what people don't quite understand sometimes.
that contributes to it. So we're talking about things like cancer, we're talking about things like diabetes, heart disease, and then there's the obstructive diseases like asthma. So those 4 categories, people now add mental health to it. So those are the things that we want to help people to do activities to keep away or manage if you have it already.
And so movement helps with that.
Correct. Yes.
And we tend to tell ourselves, Suleiman, as we grow older, I'm not aging you, that, you know, the older we get, we slow down.
Correct.
And this whole process of wearing sneakers saying to no, this is not when we slow down. We maintain the activity even though we might go a little slower.
Exactly. Physical activity is one of the interventions that is necessary in the prevention of non-communicable diseases. We have a major crisis on our hands as it relates to NCDs. 80% of our deaths are attributed to NCDs. And so physical activity is one of the interventions that we recognize as a commission and as a Ministry of Health and Wellness that we need to start to promote a lot more of. And as you rightfully said, a lot of persons don't necessarily have physical activity, especially as they get older, and especially of those in the workforce. I mean, the job that I have, I am on my feet pretty much most of the day. So I'm happy, although I need to do a lot more walking, as Celia tells me. But a lot of persons don't have that type of job environment. They sit at their desks, you know, they're sitting most of the day, and they don't pay attention to the fact that I've sat for so many hours. I'm consuming things as well. How am I burning off that? So what we're encouraging is that right across the board, in businesses, in schools, in homes, get active. And it doesn't mean having to go to a gym or anything like that. It's simple exercises that you can do at home. You can take a walk in your neighborhood. Celia has this wonderful thing going on now, walk a mile every day for the month of September. I haven't been able to do it, Celia. but, you know, simple things. But stay active. I think they say 15 minutes a day at least or more. So Sneaker Day is intended to push Barbadians to think about it and start to have a culture of doing it.
You know, Celia, you do it by example. Your mile a day, good for you. 30 miles of September, fantastic.
Yes, and a mile is really, for me, moderately 22 minutes. Yeah. So just think about it. It's less than 30 minutes of movement and you feel great. Like when I think about me going on the walks, it's great to get outdoors, right? You have a burst of energy. You get to listen to your thoughts, think about what you're going through your mind, and you have more energy. By the time you get back in the house, you're really ready to take on your day.
And you can choose to walk in the morning, you can choose to walk in the evening. I'm the
lunchtime
evening
as well.
walker. I walk a lot in the office as well. You know, and you're right, you know, Suleiman, because I thought that I used to walk a lot. Because they know me here. I'm always on the corridors moving. I'm saying, you walk enough. Joke. Until I met myself with some NCDs. And so I recognized I was not walking enough. And so we can't assume that because we walk from the office to the printer, which is at the other end of the corner, you walk back and you do that several times, that you've walked enough. It just isn't enough. So how do we know when it's enough?
So I believe we also have to be intentional. As human beings, naturally walking is a part of what we do, but we have to now be intentional with the movement. So is it walking? Physical activity isn't just walking. You can go for a run, you can go to the beach and swim, you can ride a bicycle, you can go in the garden. Think about when you're going down to your garden beds, you can squat down. So you have to think about functional fitness as you do your movement. So really encouraging Barbadians to find things that they enjoy doing where they're expending some energy, because you got to get your heart rate up as well. You want to get your blood flowing, and a lot of endorphins are also released, those happy endorphins to keep you going. So I think that we have to be more intentional, and we have to put in at least 30 minutes a day. If you can't get 30, you can start with 15 and then build your way up every single day.
In other words, Donna, there's a difference between the casual walk and the intentional walk that Celia is talking about. And so from the health perspective, you can speak to that. Talk to us a little bit about the difference between the casual walk and the results of the intentional walk.
Well, there's activities that we have to do during the day, our usual chores, but we want to encourage people to do extra. You know, you have to get up and go to someone, you have to walk from the car. All these are things that you do normally. So it doesn't make much of a difference. You have to do them, and your body's accustomed to doing them, and it is where it is. But then when we want to now put extra steps in there, you know, we want to get the heart rate going, so we want to push ourselves a little bit more, you know, to where we're getting our heart rate up a little bit. Everybody's not going to be measuring all of that, but we want to do extra in addition to what you're normally doing. We want to walk a little more brisk. We want to maybe try to climb some stairs. So we want to not just do our casual things that we do every day, but we want to push ourselves a little bit more, walk a little faster, maybe use some stairs, maybe raise those knees a little bit more, those things like that.
Those things like that, you know, you have to climb our stairs. You know our stairs. You know our stairs at CBC. We've got real stairs to get up to the next floor. And sometimes when people get to the top, they're winded.
Yeah.
So if you want to not have that experience, push your body a little bit further day by day and day. And so, Suleiman, the sneaker day is to get people into that mindset.
Yes.
If you start with the feet and you wear the sneakers, you feel the need to be a lot lighter on your feet so you could go further and faster and that kind of thing. And so tomorrow you want us to really put on our sneakers.
I want you to put on your sneakers, make it a habit also. You don't have to only be tomorrow, but tomorrow push it. We have a competition where if you send a video in and you tag us, you can win some prizes as well. But the point that was made here in terms of casual, where we move from being casual to make it intentional, as Celia said. So you park at a mall, for example. We want to park right next to the front door of the mall. We don't want to go the farthest point and walk into the mall. And we will carry on if we do it. If you're on a public service vehicle, we want the public service vehicle to drop us by our front door. Not by the bus stop, and we do some walking. So all of that is intentional. So we start to think about it. And once we start to think about it, hopefully we'll move action. But wearing sneakers is important. And I was in Europe last year in Germany. People come to work in suit and tie, but with sneakers on. And I was fascinated. I said, I've never seen sneakers with suits and ties. And that was fascinating. And
that was not just for style.
They made it for culture. They made it part of the culture. No, not for culture, but I mean for us as mean of physical fitness. And it's mind-blowing. So why can't we have sneakers, right?
So Pearson, we're looking to see you in your sneakers tomorrow.
All right, so tomorrow sit like this, under the table.
Put your feet on the table.
So you'll all see. I want to share again with the folks at home so we can see what we're talking about here, because there's some things we want you to consider doing tomorrow, some activities that we'd like you to take. For instance, you can jog on the spot during your breaks. So just jog. Get the heart rate going, get the limbs flowing, the blood pumping, and that kind of thing. See there?
Yes.
I'm talking like a good trainer?
Yes.
All right, we're doing that. Use the stairs and not the elevator. Sometimes we just have to walk from here to there, just one flight of stairs, and press a button and we're good. No, use the stairs tomorrow, folks. As Suleiman just said, park further away and then walk. Well, our car park gives me a good walk, I believe, you know, but as much as possible, park as far away from the door and walk to, then you walk back and that kind of thing. Take a walk around the workplace as well. I tend to do that a lot, and you'll be seeing the difference. Stand by your desk and stretch. Hold on for a little bit of support if you need to, and stretch. If you're at home and you're not in the office, hold on to the wall, hold on to a table, hold on to something, and stretch. Stretch not to the point where you burst a vessel, but to the point where you're a little bit discomforted, because you go a little bit further. And every day you find that your limbs really allow you, your muscles allow you to go a little bit further than you probably thought you could, and do so. But when you're doing all of this, we want to share your progress using a hashtag that you see on your screen. Look at the hashtag you see on your screen, and then Like, you have to do that to me, knowing my old eyes. And as you do so, we want you to tag at NCD Commission Barbados, at NCD Commission Barbados, and you can follow them on socials as well, a chance for you to win. So tomorrow we got a lot to do. We'll wear our sneakers, and when you do, proudly do so. Take your pictures, post them all over the world to show you how you went to work today and the steps that you're making, the people who you're sharing. Do it as a herd community. Do it together.
Yes.
Do it together. You'll find that together it makes it a whole lot easier. Take your pictures in your activities, whether it's jogging on the spot, jogging in the office, stretching at home, stretching in the office, walking through the car park because you parked even further, and those kinds of things. Take your action and tag the NCD Commission Barbados, NCD Commission Barbados, and let's blast Barbados tomorrow. And you ask yourself, why am I doing all of this? I don't want to sweat. You're doing this because we need to keep moving. We're doing this to tackle the level of NCDs on our island. We're trying to reduce that.
Correct.
And you find in the reduction of that, you have a little bit more money in your pocket to do something else.
Correct.
Because you're not spending on other healthcare products as well. So all of this ties in, folks. All this ties in tomorrow. So, what color sneakers are you all wearing tomorrow? Send us the pictures as well to Mornin Barbados. I can't wait. So, as you got dressed up tomorrow, take your pictures of you, full body, and if you want to zoom in then on your feet, that's up to you. And let us see tomorrow that you have on your sneakers. Our crew will try to do the same. Our crew will try to do the same, because we're all asking Barbadians to wear your sneakers tomorrow. Tomorrow is sneaker day, and we can all do this together, Barbados. We can get moving tomorrow, indeed. Celia, thank you so much. Celia Collymore works like a whip, indeed. Donna Barker, the Senior Health Promotion Officer in the Ministry of Health and Wellness, and Suleiman Bulbulia, who chairs the National NCD Commission. Indeed, this is great work, guys. This is really great
Pearson,
work.
we want to let persons know that there are lots of prizes to be won.
What prizes?
There are prizes like tickets to Atlantis Submarine, tickets to the Graham Hall Sanctuary, gym memberships, vouchers for sneakers. So we have lots of prizes to give away. When we have prizes for the group, the best individual post, the best group post, the most liked post, most creative post. So all those are prizes to be won if they do the hashtag BB Sneaker Day 2025, and then they also tag NCD Commission and MOH Barbados.
I love this, baby. See that man behind the camera? He has a creative eye, very creative eye. And we leave him to organize those kinds of things. So, Peter Boyd, challenge accepted. And so, tomorrow we're wearing our sneakers, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow we're wearing our sneakers. Tomorrow, Friday we're wearing our sneakers. But don't just do it for the picture gimmick alone. Walk a mile, walk an extra mile tomorrow as well. Tomorrow, let's get moving and moving. There are wonderful prizes to be won. Remember to tag, and we remind you of that tomorrow as well. And let's see what we do. But you send us some pictures as well, folks. We appreciate that. Thank you so much,
You're
everybody.
welcome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
We're coming back in a minute.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources. He'll give you the people. Not only will He equip you with ideas, but He will equip you with favor, as He did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about solar ray, microbiome, probiotics, and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
98.1 The One, your number one party station. With an audience from 18 to 40, we keep you engaged, energized, and entertained. Choose 98.1 FM, the one.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely, and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about loved ones who are struggling and you need advice on how to support them. There's a saying, a problem shared is a problem halved, but not everyone has someone they can confide in. That's why Lifeline Barbados exists, to be there for you or someone you care about during tough times. Save this number. Lifeline Barbados is just a call away. Remember, you can reach out whenever you need to talk.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Name one secondary school boy who hasn't played the game of chess. Just one. I know for sure in my era, that was the game that we all played, chess. It opens up your mind to strategy and so much more, but I'm not a master at playing chess at all. It was just a game I enjoyed. And so we have a couple, literally a couple masters sitting with us this morning. Next to me is Grand Master Nigel Short. He's the Director for Chess Development with the International Chess Federation. Good morning and welcome to Barbados.
Good morning.
Again.
It's great to be here.
Indeed.
After a very long time.
After a very long time indeed.
19 years.
Alan Herbert is the President of the Barbados Chess Federation. Alan, it's good to see you one more time as well.
Good to see you, Pearson, and good morning to everyone in Barbados land.
And I like the story you gave to me as with the time between the last time my boy was here.
So the last time Nigel was here, Sagari was still by the roundabout. So yesterday I took him by Kensington Oval because Nigel is a cricket fan,
Yes.
to get his pictures with Sagari and Wes, at least of the statues.
Yes.
We still have to try and see how we could arrange the real life thing.
So now you know he's moved, indeed. But why are you here, Nigel?
Why am I here? Well, I'm on a tour of the region. So I started off in Antigua, and just whilst we're on the subject of cricket, went straight from the airport to the golf club to meet Sir Viv.
Wow.
And it was very funny because I was only there for 3 days and I saw him on 3 different occasions in different places.
Yes.
So Antigua, St. Kitts, Dominica, and Barbados is my final destination. So here really to promote chess, give it a higher profile, and it's a very propitious visit because the Ministry of Education is giving chess a huge push, and we are, I would say, extremely excited about that.
Alan, what do you see to be the benefits from that push? I know I could talk about mine, so you tell me.
Well, you know, the big thing is that through the new Minister of Educational Transformation, we're looking at transforming education, and we're now in a world where when I went to school, the skill was rote memory, right? So, and that's, you know, if you had that skill, you got through exams. In today's world, that doesn't cut it anymore. the ability to think. And in our meeting yesterday with the minister, that was a theme that he kept coming up with, and members of the ministry, the ability to think, the critical thinking, creating the opportunity where, you know, the new generation of Barbadians who are going to take us forward in this world have that ability to look at their choices and make their decisions.
One of the issues today is that attention spans are decreasing. I call it a TikTok world, where people, they can hold their attention for a matter of seconds rather than think about issues over a period of hours. And I think these are skills which are being lost. And it's
skills that the game of chess can help you with.
Absolutely. So it's concentration. It is planning, strategic thinking, it's calculation, many things like that. And I should emphasize the program with the Ministry of Education is using chess as an educational tool. The object is not to produce a nation of grandmasters, although if that is a side effect of this, then no one will be complaining about it. So that's the basic idea. It's the two philosophies: the chess purely as a sport approach, or the chess as an educational tool, and it's the second one which the ministry is pursuing. And there is a lot of scientific evidence to back this up. In fact, the first studies on the value of chess in education were conducted more than 50 years ago. In fact, the very first one was done in Zaire, and it was a very simple study, you would say, perhaps not very sophisticated, but they simply had a substitution of 1 hour of mathematics, and they put chess in instead of mathematics. And they had two groups. They had the control group, just went on, and they had the group with the less maths and an hour of chess. At the end of the year, the group that had studied chess were better at chess. No, but they but actually they were also better at maths.
It's such a comic. And that's the whole point anyway, that the game, and that's why I think for us at secondary school, for me, Alan, you know, it was encouraged. It was encouraged for all of us. We were preparing for the season and so forth. Get the brain ticking and thinking. We were not discouraged from playing the game. And we don't want to discourage anyone in Barbados from playing the game as well. And this is where the Barbados Chess Federation works. So let's talk a little bit about how we can now come and get excited if you haven't yet been met with the game, about the game.
Well, the point there of everyone getting involved, from the Barbados Chess Federation's point of view, we've had a strong focus on the competitive side. But I would say through the International Federation in the last 5 to 8 years, there has been a recognition of one of our strengths, and that is we are a very inclusive sport. So right now, working with the Ministry of Education, obviously to expose and as many teachers to use it as an educational tool, but also part of our broadening the reach of the program is looking at some communities that don't actually have access to sport. So we have right now one quadriplegic that plays and plays on equal terms. Now, he can't leave home. He needs 24 our support, etc. But using technology, he can participate in tournaments. We have one youngster who is both deaf and dumb. competes. We just started a program within the blind community to also bring those persons to give them access in as well. And what are they all using? They're using the one thing that, as long as you're alive, you need it, and that is your brain to function and function well. And chess is the gymnastics for the mind, and so it's physical well-being as well is very important, especially if you were playing at the professional level, as Nigel would have played in earlier years, but mind, body, and soul.
Mind, body, and soul. And so I'm out of time. While you're here, Nigel, I know you're going to be, apart from just talking to the Ministry of Educational Transformation, you're engaging with people in sport as well. And I really hope that your time here is inspiring for you as it would be for us to have you with us. And I really want to thank you, Alan, for making all of this possible as well, and to allow the people of the sport, and I said it that deliberately, the people of the sport to come close to some of the stars of the sport, and so that we can all be inspired, literally, to not just up our game, but to fall in love one more time. Fall in love one more time with the magic of what chess is. And I know oftentimes when we say the game of chess to our little children, and no, just enter secondary school, for instance, we make it sound as if it's the most difficult thing. It really isn't. It's the most fun thing to play as well. It's time well spent. Not just in relationship one with the other player, but time spent with yourself and in your head. And if you begin to tackle it, I think, from some of those social perspectives, you begin to love the game all over again. And so I want to encourage you to get to know more by contacting the Barbados Chess Federation Association and let them inspire you even further, indeed. So to you, Nigel Short, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We should make you the spokesperson for the Federation.
There's a big cost to that. And to Alan Herbert, thank you as well. All right?
Thank you, Pearson.
You're welcome. That's it for today, my folks here on the crew. Join me in saying to all of you, have a lovely day. Be the will of the Lord. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning.